Hi, I'm Anita from Crafts by Anita, and welcome to episode 35 of Anita's Vlog. If you could be so kind to like, share, subscribe, and join the Discord, the link to that is in the description below. And if you would like to purchase handmade items by myself, you can do so at craftsbyanita.com. Anyway, it is November 10th, Monday. It's almost 8 p.m. I still got to get myself into the shower and whatnot, get some hot water on me because I'm just like, ugh, wrecked. Anyway, so in the last vlog, my daughter and I were over Sunday, so we were trying to make this crocheted baby romper, little overalls, adorable. But we were having such issues following the pattern and the video tutorial. We got part the way through it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna rewrite this pattern in sections that we're gonna put together separately and not doing it in the round because it was taking forever. My stitch count kept getting off, and because I kept putting a stitch in where the slip stitch is, because it's just like trying to count 70 stitches and round and round and round was just like driving me absolutely nuts. So I rewrote the pattern. I finished mine today. My daughter will be finished with hers sometime tomorrow. It worked up a lot quicker. It's just a little fussy with how it is, but grab it out. Here it is. Little baby jumper. The legs were put on separately. I don't really like how they went on, but what are you going to do? And I don't know if we can focus in on these buttons. I don't think it will. They're little hearts. It says handmade with love on the top and bottom. So this is finished. Whee! And I've been just trying to, I also got my bag ready for tomorrow, my distraction bag at work on my breaks. I've got like a couple of skeins of yarn in there, and I copied over the patterns for baby hat and baby booties. So I'm going to be a baby hat and baby booty making machine. I made, oh my god, I can't reach. I made a set last night. Here's a little hat. They're so tiny. And it's just like amazed me how the pattern with the yarn worked up. This was crazy. I was like, I didn't plan how this yarn did it. The yarn just did it on its own. I was like, wow, okay, cool. Then I got to the baby booties. Now I had picked out a hook. These are huge. Specifically for 0 to 3 months. Well, I set it aside. I think I got distracted by something and did something else, and then came back. I grabbed the wrong size hook. I grabbed a size 7 hook and then made them. Well, I made the first one, and then I was almost done with the second one when I realized I had the wrong hook, because I glanced down and saw the one I was supposed to use, and I'm like, oh no, did I make this with the wrong hook on the second one? Nope, I used the wrong hook on both of them. So yeah, there we go. Anyway, well, baby will be not wearing these anytime soon. Hat's a newborn hat. Booties, not so much. They're more close to like 9 to 12 months. Live and learn. But I've got the right hook in my bag. So yeah, so I also, those snips I talked about, these crappy snips that I bought at Hobby Lobby. I mean, it has a cover, that's fine, but these didn't cut anything except my patience. So when we were at Michael's yesterday, I found another pair of snips. Problem is they don't have a cover. These work really, really well. I was like, got home, got it out of the package, found some yarn, snipped it, and I was like, oh, it cut. It cuts really, really loud. Let me grab some yarn out of my little thing. See, it's loud when it snips, you know? And I was sewing on the buttons, and I'm like thinking I was going to hear that little snippy noise. It didn't make it, so I didn't know if I cut the thread or not. And I did. I was like, wow, that was silent. It's like, my daughter's like, yeah, because it's not a big piece of yarn you're trying to cut. So that works. Put this back in the bag. I've got so many more things I have to do this week with that. Close. Oh, jeez, this stupid thing. Yeah, so I bought a lot of yarn. Well, not a lot of yarn, but I've got this loops and threads something or other flex. It's an acrylic blend. This splits really easily, which sucks, but it's soft. It is really, really soft. So I need to figure out something to do with this. The little flecks are white, blue, and purple. The yarn is a soft pink. So I got 2 of these. The other one has a big giant yarn barf. I'm trying to find the center pull, and a big old blob comes out of it. I'm like, oh great, so I put it back in the bag. And then my daughter grabbed this one, and she found it with very little yarn barf. And I'm like, I hate you. But we tried using that on the jumper with the original pattern, and it was just like, no, we're frogging this back. She didn't want to frog hers back yesterday because I was like, yeah, I need to rewrite this pattern. It's like, I don't want to frog this back. It was so much work. I'm like, I know. And then I'm like showing progress of what I'm doing, and she's like, I'm gonna frog mine back. And I'm like, yep, I'm gonna frog mine back too. So mine's been frogged. Hers has been frogged and worked into a new one that she's going to. It will be done with it tomorrow. She just needs to sew on the legs and. I don't know if she has the buttons, but I don't know if she has sewing thread. I have no idea, but and a needle. So she's gonna hopefully send me a picture of that tomorrow, sometime, that she's finished it, and it's just like, yay! So we've got a lot of stuff done. I mean, I got a blanket sitting over there. She's got a couple of blankets. She finished one blanket. She's in progress on a second one, but she's like, I don't want to work on it right now. I was like, yeah, I don't blame you, because it's a lot of blanket. So the stuff that we've got in progress won't be finished in time for the baby shower this Saturday. So my youngest daughter's just gonna have to deal. It's like, it'll get done when it gets done, and you will get it when it's finished. Because my knit blanket is taking forever. I haven't worked on it in 2 weeks, something like that. And it's like, I need to just do it. Leave the hat and the booties for break time at work, and then come home and try to get a lot of that blanket done this week. I'm not even sure what row I'm on anymore. So yeah, that's about all I've got. I'm uploading last week's vlog right now, and I need to, once it's done doing its little checks, I can publish it and be done with that. I already shot the rest of the videos for this week. Yarn With Me comes out on Wednesday. Fredit Friday comes out on, Friday. So I'm going to leave it off now. I'm going to hop my butt into the shower and get some heat on my sore back. I started moving some stuff out of the living room into my room. It's not done. It's nowhere near done. We got back from Walmart today, and I bought 2 bins. So all the Halloween stuff fit into one of those bins I bought, and there's plenty of room left over if I next year get any more decorations or whatnot. So I'll have that space to have. And then the bin that the Halloween stuff was in fit all of my Christmas stuff. So that got rid of 3 more buckets. They're stacked into the corner over there by the door. I have not taken any of them out yet. Not until my son decides he's going to come over at some point. That way we can get all this stuff out, and he can help me move stuff around, because it's like me trying to do it by myself with my legs and my poor thumb. I don't have time to go get it checked, and because baby shower, and then the following week in 2 days or whatnot, it's doing Thanksgiving. So I'm like, oh my god, it's just like, I just need time to get this checked. I don't have time, and it's like, seriously, everything's got to attack me all at once. I swear. Anyway, I'm going to end this vlog for now, and I'll see you when I vlog again. It is now Tuesday, November 11th. I think my audio issue problems is because I'm not close enough to the microphone. The microphone's been like off to the side and stuff, so I moved it just a little bit over. I'm tired of fiddling in DaVinci Resolve with it. But I did find a use for the flex yarn. Currently making a wee little, and I can't hold it very well. Let me get the hook off of it. Eventually, it's going to be a baby dress. I did one round and then realized instead of doing double crochet, I did half doubles. I've been doing half double crochets like forever on like quite a few projects. So I'm just like, oh, good God. I looked at my row. It's like, that doesn't look right. I was like, did I do half doubles? Frogged a couple back. Dang it. Yep, I did. So I also made a couple more hats. And this is Diva Pink, even though it shows up as bright red. It's hard for this thing to pick it up properly. That's why I need a new camera. And if I could sell some stuff in my shop, I could actually afford to get a camera that I need. There are varying sizes. This is newborn. This is 0 to 6 months, I think, and a lavender color. And I think I'm going to make another dress with like this one out of this because I got quite a bit of it left over. And then I lost my brain and made a bigger hat, and this is more like a year, 12 months. Yeah, ish, somewhere around in there. So this is huge. And she will, she's getting this on Saturday, and she can just use it whenever Babykins grows into it. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the bag over there because I'm pretty sure I do not have enough yarn to make the booties, because that's the same yarn I used to make the little overalls. So there's only just this much of it left. So I don't want to make like booties, make one booty and then turn around and I don't have enough yarn to make the second one. So that's just going to be one hat. I don't have booties go to it. That's fine because it's a huge hat. So by then they'll have like regular little baby socks and stuff for them. So I do need to make booties out of for these. Yeah, so I need to finish that dress, but I had to frog around back because I'm an idiot. Anywho, so put that over there because those need booties. The pink one's not going to get booties. Yeah, so basically it's just been making baby stuff non-stop for the past couple of weeks. And oh, I forgot yesterday we bought, okay, so I had what I thought was snap setting tool. Come to find out it wasn't. My poor daughter, she wanted to put snaps on her baby bibs that she made. So I was like, okay, here it is. Here's the tool. She goes and uses it and cuts a hole into the strap on the thing. And I'm like, she was like, oh no. I'm like, what? It cut it. I'm like, what? Because it shows like snaps and stuff being used on the front of the packages. I've had that thing for years and never took it out of the package. There was no instructions, no nothing. It just said pliers. I was like, all right. They weren't. They didn't even have the right attachments to set snaps that came with it. So that was a waste of money. So when we went to Walmart, picked up some snaps, and then I'm all like looking at things. Well, I'm like thinking, I wonder if they have a snap setting tool. Turns out they have 2 of them. So I bought a kit for metal snaps, and my daughter used the plastic snap plier kit, and it worked really, really well. So these were at Walmart. I think they were like $14 a piece. One was more than the other. The plastic snap tool was more expensive than the metal snap tool, which I don't understand. But I now have a set of both. So now all the snaps that I bought, I can actually use. I just had to find them all. Yeah, they're all somewhere else. But anywho, that's basically all I've got for right now. I'm gonna go and make some food and watch my show, Brilliant Minds. It's like new episode, yay! I don't know how many episodes they're gonna have in this season. It keeps going, and we keep seeing like into the future, like here's what's going on 6 months from now, and it's just like how many episodes are there gonna be? I'm not even sure what episode I'm on, but yeah, I'm gonna sit and watch that, have some food, finish this little dress. I gotta find a button for it. Yeah, the wooden buttons won't work for this because it's like it's dainty. It needs a like a not a wooden button, but like a something I've got in that case over there. I've got to dig through and look. So yeah, that's it for now. If I finish the dress or whatnot, I'll show it to you in the next segment. So if I finish the dress and maybe make some booties, I'll show them off in the next segment. So it's been quite a few days since I last put anything onto this vlog. Me and my oldest daughter were just crocheting like mad over the last week, trying to finish things up. Finally finished everything. Baby shower was yesterday's, and all the stuff we made is now in my youngest daughter's possession. Except for the baby blanket I'm knitting, and then I'm making a memory crocheted granny square blanket that's sitting over there out of the leftover yarn from all the stuff we used. Well, most of it. Some of that yarn isn't going to work on that blanket, I don't think. I haven't tried to make a granny square out of that this stuff, the flex or whatever. But yeah, it's getting blown out. Yeah, these were the original legs on the first romper we tried to do, so I haven't frogged those back yet. But yeah, so I don't know if that's going to work in that. I'd have to make one and check it. So I'm just going to completely like... So now I can actually start working on my own projects. I made a spreadsheet in LibreOffice Calc. And I've got all the projects I have that I'm working on. I've put like what it is, the hook or needle size, and then I went like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I repeated that 5 times just so I can keep track of what I worked on and what's not getting worked on. I separated my own projects from the tutorial projects. That way I can keep track of those separately. They're further down in the sheet, like separated by like a whole blank line. Eventually I will get to those. Right now I need to bust out the rest of these dang projects, and I decided, oh, let me just make one more project, which will be I will work on in this week's Yarn With Me episode that comes out on Wednesday. I still have to shoot it, and I also need to shoot the caking session for Frog It Friday. I'm going to do that later on tonight because it is just ridiculously hot in here. It is like the middle of November, and it's 70... Let's see if it's actually just plain old 70 degrees outside. Load. Why, yes, it's 70 degrees and sunny. It is like ridiculously hot in here for November 16th. Too hot. It's like itchy because it's dying here. It's hot. So anyway, that's it for this week's vlog. Let me know how your week has gone, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye for now.